Hello there. We bought the SU version of the LX2620 because it doesn't have a number of features that we had on our B2601 but never ever used. And it saved us a fair amount of money. But I was missing the tilt steering. What Kubota has done is fix the wheel in the center of 3 possible positions. I'm not a real big guy, and I find it a little tight getting on and off the tractor from here. I have the seat all the way back, and there's only 6 inches of space between the wheel and the seat. I've done some investigating, and everything is there for tilt steering, except the foot pedal to adjust it. There are 4 tack welds that hold the wheel in this position. I'm going to cut those tack welds and move the wheel into a position that works better for us. In order to access this area in here, I have to remove this black plastic piece. In order to remove it, I have to remove the steering wheel. There's a little black plastic cup cap here, and you just wiggle it and it will pull off. And then I need a 17mm socket to remove this nut. I found taking the wheel off to be one of the hardest parts of this project. So I used a wheel puller like this. Now the wheel puller, I found it finicky to install, but it worked. So once I had it on, just a little tap, and then I tighten it a little. Now that popped free because I've already done this. And the wheel comes off. But I had quite a time with it. I was actually concerned I was going to break something. But I just gave little taps on the end of this. Tighten it a little bit, little tap, tighten it, and then boom, it came free. To remove this piece, there's 4 bolts, and you need a 10mm socket. One here and one on the other side, and then you have to remove those little plastic side pieces to the engine. And there's one here and one on the other side. Plus, there's a Phillips screw up under here that you need to remove as well. Okay, they're off. In here, there's a little plug that you have to take out. That's for the ignition. And then this comes right off. Right here, the steering column was welded, and the same place on the other side. On this side, I had access, so I was able to use my Dremel tool with a cutoff disc, and I could work here, and it only took me a couple of minutes to cut this side. The other side, the access is restricted, so I used a little hacksaw blade, and I think those are from a reciprocal saw. It was a little tedious. It took a little bit, but it worked, and I was able to cut through the welds. And I also used this, that I was able to push down in here and tap with a hammer to break the weld free where anywhere I had missed. So now I can move the wheel in any position I want. The black plastic piece that goes on here has two slots in it. Has a slot here for this, which is the parking brake. Next to it, it has another slot, and that's for cruise control. We don't have cruise control, so that slot is vacant. And that gave me an idea. I cobbled this together, and I drilled a hole right here. That's the only hole I had to drill. Put a bolt through there, put a couple of washers, and then I put this on. Now, that bolt fits snugly through this hole. This bolt is smaller because it's going to be the pin that holds the steering column in whatever position I want, and those are kind of small. So a fatter bolt didn't work that well. And I put the washers on there in between, hoping that it would allow this to be firm but still move. That's pretty good. Then what I did was I found there's a hole in this. I didn't drill it, it's there, it was already there. So I put a bolt through that hole and I welded a nut right here to be a ring to attach a spring. So my lowest position is 6 inches from the seat when the seat is all the way back. That's the same position that I started with. That it was welded in that position. My next position is about 8 1/4, I think. About 8 1/4 inches from the seat when it's all the way back, which is where I'm going to really enjoy it. And there's another position that it won't lock into, but I can use it, so I've got lots of room for getting on and off the tractor, and that gives me 10 1/2 inches from the seat when it's all the way back. Lots of room. But the way the little grooves are set up, it won't quite lock in that position, but I wouldn't drive there anyway. This is where I will use, this is the position I'll use all the time. So now what I'll do is I'll take this off and I'll use this as a template, and I'll make a more substantial version of it. And what I'll do, I'll put a schematic at the end of the video with all of my dimensions, the angle, the bolt sizes that I used in the various places. If this video could help someone, that'd be great. Thanks for watching, and take care. This might be a little bit confusing. So this angle is 90 degrees. This angle is 20 degrees. This is where I attach it to the tractor, and it pivots on this bolt. That bolt is 1 inch by 3/8 diameter. The bolt that I used as a locking pin to secure the wheel in place was 1 1/4 inch by 5/16. I welded a nut here to act as a ring so I could secure a spring, and that spring was 1 1/4 inch long. The bolt that I attached to the tractor to secure the other end of the spring was 1 3/4 inch by 3/16. Now you can see this is my mock-up version, but it's working very well. In a few days, I'm going to start work on a more substantial version. So if you have an SU and you're interested in doing this, feel free to ask me questions in the comments if I haven't been clear on everything, and I'd be happy to get back to you.